And welcome back to Codes. And today we are going to be talking about how to do navigations in Flutter. So in your live folder, create a new folder called navigation. And what we are going to do is to create two screens called the first screen. And then we will have another screen called the second screen. Sorry, this would be a file, not a folder. So now we have the second screen. Let's take this off. And the idea is that we want to navigate from the first screen to the second screen. So let's create a stateless widget. Now we are going to call it first screen, and we are going to import a material and have a little scaffold here, like we have, and our app bar, which is app bar. We're going to give it a title, texts, and we say first screen. It's going to take on a const here, like we used to do. And in the body, we are going to have a center widget that takes on a child of elevated button. And on elevated button, we are going to have a text that says go to second screen. Something like this. And we are going to have an unpressed. This is where we put the logic to for it to go to the next screen. So basically we have this, and let's set the main dot dot to this. So we will import that, and we have the first screen, which is basically this. Now, once we are in the first screen, now let's write a little logic here. So the idea is that on elevated button, we are going to, once we press the elevated button, it's going to navigate to a second screen. So there is something called Navigator in Flutter, and it allows you to navigate. So it's a widget that manages a set of child widgets with, forget about this, but this allows you to navigate. So there's a little method there called push that allows you to push to a new page. So so you have navigator.push, and it's looking for a build context, which we have here. So you're going to pass the context here, and then there's a route, and if you see the definition, it's requiring a route here. Let's look at that again. See the route, and it's looking that this is how you should do it. This is a typical usage of it. So what we are going to do is just to copy this and use it here. So this is how it's going to look, and we're going to put it here. Now it's this is where you are going to put the page that you wanted to navigate to, but we have not built that. So let's go over to our second screen and create a stateless widget called second screen. And of course, we are going to import our material, and we are going to do the same thing that we have here. We are going to put it in this, but this time we call this one second screen. And for the navigator, let's put that, comment that out. So in the text, we are going to just have get back. Okay, so now let's go back. And the idea is that we want to push this page to the next page. So once we click on it, it's going to do a navigator.push to the next page. And so here we are going to supply our second screen class here. So now we have it ready. So let's click on second screen. Go to second screen. So this is second screen. So automatically, because you have a scaffold and you have pushed to it, it's going to automatically give a back button. And when you click on it, it will pop the page to your first screen. So think of navigation as a stack. So this is the root of your app. So when you do a push, that means you are placing the screen on top of it. And when you want to go back, you are popping the screen, removing it from the top of it like this. Okay, so let's click on that again. We have not added the navigation today, so we want this one to work. How are we going to do that? So let's go back to our second screen and let's delete this. To do that, there is a method called pop on Navigator. So Navigator dot. If you scroll, you have pop here. And there are other pops, pop and push name, pop until. We're going to look at that in future tutorials. But for now, we are just going to use the pop. And when you save that and click on it, it's going to pop. Okay. So that is it about having basic navigations. This sort of navigation is called navigation with unnamed routes. And in the next tutorial, we are going to be talking about navigation with named routes. So see you in the next video. And by the way, remember to subscribe and like this tutorial.